As a product company owner, I would say respect the consumer and really find out what they want, and don't assume because you see another line doing well that that is the route that you're supposed to go. Because one thing about the natural hair community that I love, everyone really stands for and speaks from their authentic self. The information that I'm sharing is of value because the first step is just do it. I know that's Nike's line, however, that is how you get where you want to go. I would say be fearless in the fact, and the value is knowing that you could do anything that you want to do if you put your mind to it. I got started, Willie, in the salon industry. Basically, when I was a very young girl, I fell in love with hair at the age of 4. So I went into hair school about a year and a half after I graduated from high school. So I've only been doing hair 2 years. I'm just playing. Actually, I came out of hair school when I was about 19. So it's been a while. I would say that I'm an expert at this point. I've been in the industry about 20 years, and it started with what would I do for free, because I never wanted to feel like I was going to work. I got my start in product development at McBride Research Laboratories. I started consulting for them as a technician in 1995. I actually started working in research and development, testing products on hair models in 1997. Throughout, I would say, the next 10 to 12 years, I evolved in the position of product performance, where I would test products and make sure that they were ready to go into the field. So with my stamp of approval, they were ready to release from the building. So it's been a while. I would say about 2003 or 4 is when I got really deep into the research aspect. The first hair care products that I decided to come to the market with were shampoos and conditioners. And the reason why is because healthy hair is clean hair, and it's the foundation of any good hairstyle. So we started there with the basics, with the shampoos and conditioners. The first step, you want to sit down and do your market research. Find out what niche you actually want to tackle and not be everything to everyone. We were very specific that natural hair is our arena. So therefore, looking in the natural hair community, step 1 would be, what is the need of the consumer? Then you want to look into what type of products do you want to produce, and going straight to the quality of ingredients and the performance of that product once it's blended with the ingredients that you select. One of the things that you want to do is use several manufacturers and not one in particular, because it's almost like a chef. Everyone can have the same ingredients, however the way that you blend will make your product unique. Step 3, I would say, at that point, once you get your product, you want to test it and make sure that it has a wide range of attributes for a variety of consumers. Once the product is performing well, then you want to get it in the hands of someone else that is non-biased. One of the keys that we love is the fact that we test our products without fragrance, because people are definitely biased to something that smells good, and it can basically skew your results if you're not paying attention to the performance and only the aromatherapy of the product. One of the other important tasks in developing your line is to make sure that your support staff actually test and make sure that the product works on them as well as their clients. You want to test in different regions as well, because in a lot of humid areas, the product will act differently if you're in a dry area. So those are some of the things you would consider as well. Miguel, some of the things that I did as far as research for ingredients was definitely the internet is a great resource. Researching on the internet, I looked at to see what was natural and what was innovative. I believe in the blend of innovative technology and nature at the same time. So I would say if you want a really good product, look at it from a skincare perspective and not just a hair care perspective. Because in the skincare market and also the Whole Foods market, all of those ingredients are going to be the highest grade, and blended together will definitely give you an opportunity to make a great product. The approach that I took to set myself apart from the competition was not to just produce a product line, but actually a healthy hair system that consists of a plan that teaches the customer and the consumer how to take care of their hair. Because no matter how well the product performs, if they're using the inappropriate tools, the product is not going to perform at its peak. So we do a lot of education to really set us apart, making sure that our product line is not just shampoo or conditioner in a bottle, but it's also information provided so you can get an optimal result. The mistakes that I made early in my career that I learned a ton from was to be financially savvy. I took it for granted because I was making a lot of money that the money will never stop coming, and not really positioning myself to make the money grow the business early in my career, because when I started, I was a teenager, so all I did want to do is party and shop and all of those great things. And my mom tried to tell me, but I wasn't a good listener. So I would say make sure that if you're a person who's not your own financial advisor in a solid form, to definitely get someone on your team or partner with someone who knows how to make money grow in a business. The natural hair industry at this time is what I consider viral. Within that, you have a lot of information that is blurred as far as the truth about healthy natural hair, and just information that is tested by consumers. Now, as a professional in this business, what I love is the fact that True Salon Support is getting the information out that is valid and valuable to push the industry forward with the truth. And the reason I say the truth is because as a professional, I've spent a lot of time, my team has spent a lot of time in research and development. And to have information on the internet that is not true, we have to really have a strategy to make a definitive line between the professionals and the consumers. And that's what's been missing in the industry, is that the natural hair community is predominantly, I would say, pioneered to a certain degree by the consumer. And it's the professional that really have to take a stand and put a stake in the industry to know what is the right information to follow. With myself in the natural hair industry, I started focusing on natural hair in 1998 when it was not trendy. I was the crazy lady. who wanted to start relaxing hair, and it was not a hard sell, almost an impossible sell. But I was determined to do the right thing in hair care, and that is what natural hair did for me. It wasn't a conscious decision. I call it natural evolution because my background, I'm actually a chemical expert. So the oxymoron of growth was definitely go with your gut, because I knew that the hair we were producing was something that had never been done before, never seen before. I created a technique called ceramic fusion, natural smoothing technique, which consists of ionic technology and ceramic tools. That allowed us to manipulate hair textures and transform them into a silky texture like never before without using a chemical. This was revolutionary, and it was my passion that led me there. Nothing more, nothing less. When I opened Too Groovy Salon in Atlanta in 2003, because I was on the road teaching, we decided that everyone in the salon would do the same technique. And it grew from there. People started calling from all over the country. At that point in time, that we had started a natural hair movement right in Georgia, and so that makes us really happy.